Hello, my name is Jagan Athreya. I'm a product manager at a tech company in Silicon Valley. And I consider myself to be in pretty good shape without having too much to worry about until I had a nearly fatal heart attack at age 51. In 2017, I was reasonably fit. I climbed Mission Peak, a steep hiking trail near my house regularly. I would climb 8 flights of stairs to my office. And I even took a stress test the year before, which had cleared me of any heart issues. And I'd even been taking statins for high cholesterol since I was 27. On June 22nd, 2017, I had just run a company 5K. I took a shower at our gym. I felt great. But standing on top of the stairs outside the gym, I collapsed, as if the air was let out of me. This was at work, so there were people around me, and one was a fireman who quickly found the AED while others called 911.
I was at work in San Jose when I saw a call from an unknown number on my phone. It was an HR lady from my husband's company letting me know that my husband had been taken to the nearby hospital. I kept asking her, is he conscious? And she did not answer. Jagan, I soon learned, had one of the deadliest types of heart attacks known as the widowmaker. He had 100% blockage of a main artery. I called family in India and our sons, who were 16 and 14 at the time. He was in surgery, and then he was put in a medically induced coma and was on a ventilator.
The widowmaker, which the long form name of is anterior ST segment elevation myocardial infarction, often referred to as a STEMI, is indeed one of the most serious types of heart attacks that you can have, and it's often fatal if you don't get treatment in time. The survival rate for this type of heart attack outside of a hospital is only 12%. And we know this because of studies that were done by the American Heart Association. Jagan was lucky to have a first responder nearby and access to an AED, both critical in the chain of survival. The Heart Association supports and encourages a clear and coordinated system and guidelines for care, from paramedics to the ER and all the way to the hospital, to give heart attack patients the best possible chance for a full recovery.
I came out of that coma, and I remember being asked if I knew what year it was and who was the president. I got both wrong. I had survived, but I was surrounded by this feeling of peril, that I could trigger another heart attack at any moment. I was not a cooperative patient at first.
But his recovery was like a pendulum swing. Some days he was positive, other days he was paralyzed by fear. It was hard on him, but it was also hard on all of us.
I did follow through with cardiac rehab at a hospital near home. But before I found balance, I completely went the radical route at first. I lost 35 pounds, but all this wasn't good for me mentally because I was coming from a place of fear. But my goal was to go back and climb Mission Peak, but I was petrified.
The aftermath of a cardiac event is a tough time for both the survivor and the caregiver, which is usually a spouse. Anxiety and depression is a form of post-traumatic stress disorder, so it's important to acknowledge your fears and seek help as it becomes unmanageable. Both Jagan and Soumya found ways to feel more control over Jagan's health situation. He may admit he went overboard, but he was careful about what he ate. He got enough sleep, and he tried to reduce his stress factors like a long commute. Soumya called family for backup, recognizing that she couldn't take care of her husband and her children all alone.
I overcame my fears and made it back with my friends on the top of Mission Peak on the first anniversary of my heart attack. I have gained back some of the weight that I lost in that panicky first year. But I realized that living in fear was no way to live. I do work out 30 to 40 minutes every day and go for checkups twice a year, and I'm diligent about taking my medications. I want everyone to know that you're never too young to have a heart attack. You may think you're healthy, but that may not be enough to prevent one. And it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. I count every day as a blessing now, and I'm grateful to the American Heart Association for all the research that it funds and its mission towards health equity. But I'm here to say that there is life after a heart attack.